news that we've been tracking in Tamil Nadu. After she was elevated as General Secretary following Jaya's demise, now Sasikala Natarajan could be moving on to be the next Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu as well. But she's facing charges of violating the Foreign Exchange Regulatory Act. She's also facing the legal shadow of disproportionate assets case against her. Her family members are involved in multiple cases, which has raised questions on her credibility and also on her political acumen. The AIADMK MLAs, however, have maintained a stoic silence in the matter. Former AIADMK MP Sasikala Pushpa continuing her unrelenting attack. The next front where the attack is coming from is Jayalalitha's niece Deepa. Is Chinnamma's rise to the throne now just a matter of time, but will controversies follow? Take a look.
She lived under the shadows of Tamil Nadu's Amma, and as a political mentor passed away, Shashikala rose like a phoenix, taking AIADMK top post. And now sources tell India Today that Chinnamma's meteoric rise isn't over. Shashikala may emulate her Amma, taking both the party command and government in her own hands. The sacking of number of AIADMK members close to incumbent Chief Minister O. Paneerselvam has fueled the speculation of a further elevation. And the reported resignation of Jayalalitha's former advisor Sheila Balakrishnan has left the tongues wagging. The AIADMK has called for a meeting of its MLAs on Sunday, where a decision is expected to be taken. And as elevation war rages in AIADMK, the suspended party parliamentarian Shashikala Pushpa has got an arm and shot. The Election Commission, taking note of her complaint against Chinnamma, has now asked for a submission of AIADMK constitution. Pushpa claims that party rules were flouted while elevating Chinnamma. AIADMK leaders continue to deny change of guard rumours.
சின்னம்மா அவர்கள் தொண்டர்களை மதிக்கக்கூடியவர்கள். அம்மாவோடவே இருந்து பழக்கப்பட்டனால தொண்டர்களை மதித்து தொண்டர்களுக்கு என்னென்ன செய்யணுமோ அத்தனையும் சின்னம்மா அவர்கள் செய்வாங்க. சின்னம்மா அவர்கள் வழி நடத்தி நாங்கள் அவர்களை வாழ்த்த வயதிலை வணங்குகிறோம் சின்னம்மா அவர்களை.
Something like that.
Sasikala Natarajan, however, will face a stiff number of challenges, and number one among those are the number of legal hurdles that she faces in the form of the DA case or the Forex violation cases against her as well as her kin. It remains to be seen exactly how she'll cross those hurdles, but for now, Sasikala Natarajan, the Chinnamma of the AIADMK, is all set to stamp her authority not just on the party but also on the Tamil Nadu government. With camera person Vijay Shekhar, this is Akshita Nandagopal reporting from the AIADMK headquarters in Chennai for India Today.
Joining us this evening, Suman C. Raman, political analyst, and also C. Rajasekharan, who's a lawyer, joining us in the capacity of the AIADMK supporter as well. Mr. Rajasekharan, first the question is to you. Within 26 days of Jaya's demise, we had the news of Sasikala taking over as General Secretary of the party. Now it's just been over 31 days since then. Are we looking at the political elevation being complete of Sasikala taking over as Tamil Nadu Chief Minister post as well?
See, Madam Sasikala Natarajan has been elected unanimously by the party leaders and the office bearers of AIADMK recently, and she has become the tallest leader of AIADMK party. So becoming a chief minister is up to the AIADMK MLAs and leaders and ministers of AIADMK to select her to be the leader of their party and the chief minister candidate. It is up to the party, and it's totally an internal affair of AIADMK party.
Joining us
if she wants to become chief minister, if she wants to become chief minister of Tamil Nadu, of course the AIADMK party is a majority party in the assembly, state assembly, and they have got all the right to select their own leader.
Yes, absolutely, Mr. Rajasekharan. Mr. Rajasekharan, on that note, Mr. Rajasekharan, absolutely. On that note, I want to play out Jayalalitha's niece, Deepa, what she's talked about. A. Saravanan from the DMK also joining us, because she's brought about a very important point. She said that Sasikala is not a democratically elected leader. So for her to be the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, many questions will be raised on this kind of elevation within days of Jaya's demise as well. Let's play that out. We'll come back to you.
Well, the developments in Tamil Nadu is quite unfathomable as the advisor of the state for Tamil Nadu has resigned presumptively, and there are a lot of other things working around as well. So we have the former Chief Minister Jayalalitha's niece along with us. Let's have a few questions. Thank you for talking to us. And how do you see this development where the advisor of Tamil Nadu, Sheila Balakrishnan, quit, and two more secretaries of this Chief Minister are on their way out as well? How do you see this development in the state?
I think this is a well-planned event. There have been a lot of discussions even in the past, in the recent past, that things like this could happen very soon and very quickly. The two very quickly. I think now they are just about to do what they had in mind, like planned.
So as you're hinting about some events that could happen very quickly, and we also come to know that tomorrow Mr. Shashikala is supposed to hold the MLA meeting. You think her name would come up as legislative leader for the party and the next Chief Minister for Tamil Nadu?
Well, there's a lot of talk about that. That does seem to be a possibility of a thing like that happening, and we have to wait and see until tomorrow.
So as personally, Deepa, would she accept such a change, because Shashikala is not someone chosen by the people, not the Chief Minister, though ADMK claims that way. So will Deepa as a person accept it, or what do you think the Tamil Nadu on the whole will accept such a leader for the state?
Deepa is none but one of the people of Tamil Nadu, and the people are really not going to like this to take place. And even I would never ever imagine such a bad state for the people of Tamil Nadu to ever happen. I think it will be a very wrong decision. It is similar to taking over kind of a military takeover, a similar thing, because she is not a democratically elected leader.
So, Mr. Rajasekharan, these are the charges. That Sasikala not a democratically elected leader. It will be like a military takeover if she becomes the chief minister of the party of the state, and also coming at a time by the Jaya's dream team. You have Sheila Balakrishnan, who's decided to resign. K.N. Venkatraman also, who's been shunted out on his way out. Chief Minister Secretary Ramalingam also out. Now, these are the people that Jayalalitha trusted to run the state even in her absence, while Sasikala was not even a political advisor to the former chief minister.
See, what all the names you had referred to, the bureaucrats were asked to, or they on their own resigned. Nobody knows what really happened. It is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu who has taken a call, and he has proceeded according to the requirement of the state and his position as Chief Minister. This has nothing to do with the ADMK General Secretary, Madam Shashikala Natarajan. So, by the way, the point you had raised about the democratically elected government, see, all the MLAs who are democratically elected after the people had voted them from their constituencies are going to elect a leader of their choice and their wish, and which they want to select. So nobody has a right to point out fingers and saying that this is not right and this is not wrong and this is wrong, because they have no right and no business to comment on it, because it is a totally an internal party affair of ADMK, and it is their prerogative and right to select their leader.
All right, Mr. Rajasekharan, you've made your point, getting Saravanan of the DMK. Now, Mr. Saravanan, here's what the AIADMK is saying, that now she's been elected as a majority leader of the General Secretary of the party. Although there are speculation, right, whether she should be the chief minister or not, but in your point, what's happening to the state of Tamil Nadu? It's a party which has been elected with majority, but these are bureaucrats which have held the administration during Jayalalitha's tenure. There were eyes and ears of the former chief minister who've been asked to leave or have been shunted out, again matter of a debate. But do you believe that Sasikala can step into the shoes of her mentor?
With regard to these advisors, we always pointed out that these are, the appointments are extra constitutional. We have well-abled IAS officers who can run the administration. We don't need this extra constitutional authorities who masquerade as advisors. That was the biggest fallacy of the legacy of Selvi Jayalalitha, who left behind. Apart from that, but now what is happening, everything is shrouded in mystery. When you speak about ADMK, we can equal that to mystery. Everything, anything, there is no transparency, total opacity. So in a democratic setup, I think this does not augur well.
Absolutely. In fact, on that
coming to the next point, see who they take
Yes, Mr.
Yeah, yeah.
Saravanan, go ahead.
Yeah, see, that is one issue. The other issue is anybody can elect them as a general secretary of a party. That will be the internal affair of their party. Nobody can have a say. But when you're going to elect the chief minister, the MLAs are going to elect the chief minister, the first and foremost question that is going to arise in mind of every Tamil voter is that, did we vote for Sasikala as the chief minister, or whom did we vote for? We voted for Selvi J. Jayalalitha. Selvi J. Jayalalitha is no more. So whom did Selvi J. Jayalalitha in her minor absence leave the
because
post to?
people will be asking this question as well. They voted for Jayalalitha as the chief minister. In her absence, it was O. Selvam who's been taking charge of Tamil Nadu thrice in her absence, and that's the arrangement that Amma was comfortable with. Not Chinnamma as the chief minister is what Tamil Nadu public has voted for.
See, the mandate given by the people of Tamil Nadu for Amma and Chinnamma is for 5 years. It is up to the sudden demise of Madam Dr. Jayalalitha is shocking. It is not at all taken so easily by anybody, but it is a shock. But they have to carry forward their government. They cannot sit and wait for something to happen and leave the government and the people at large. So they have to act swiftly. So the leaders of the ADMK party have rightly opted and selected their own leader, Madam Sasikala Natarajan, to be their general secretary. Now it is up to them, the ADMK party legislators, to select their leader. If they want to select Madam Sasikala Natarajan to be their leader and the chief minister of the state, it is their prerogative and wish. Again, I want to reiterate one point. The mandate given to ADMK party was for 5 years. Till 2021. So nobody has business to poke their nose and say that you do this, you do that. It is none of the other parties to interfere in ADMK's business.
Mr. Raman, how do you see the elevation of Sasikala as a chief minister? She has already a legal tussle going in the courts with FERA cases, the DA cases. The credibility is always questioned, with a husband who's estranged as well, kicked out of Poise Garden in 1990, making his way back to Jaya's funeral, interacting with the Prime Minister. So these are the challenges which Sasikala will face if she chooses to take on the post of the chief minister. Your take on it?
No, I think first of all you have to understand that there is a point which was made, I think earlier it was by Deepa, who said that she's not a democratically elected leader of the party, which is actually a fact, because what has happened is the General Council of the AIADMK has nominated her as the General Secretary until elections are held in due course. So that is the actual legal status. So she has not been quote unquote elected, she has been nominated by the General Council. That's the first point. The second point, which is very important, which is the point which Mr. Saravanan made. People did not vote for Mrs. Sasikala, but they did not vote for Mr. Pannirselvam either. The fact is they voted for Ms. Jayalalitha, and now Ms. Jayalalitha is not there. The difference is Mr. Pannirselvam has been picked as a stand-in for Ms. Jayalalitha on 2 occasions in the past. So she has short of saying that he was her deputy, she has actually reposed faith in him to hold the reins of office and to administer the state while she went through her legal issues. So I think that there is a difference. I mean, I don't think you can ignore that completely and say that, now that Ms. Jayalalitha is not on the scene, the ADMK is absolutely legally entitled to serve out its remaining 4 years plus of its term. Now the question is, with whom in charge? Mr. Pannirselvam has done an extremely competent job in the opinion of most of the people of the state in the last couple of months. There is nothing major in terms that people have to complain about Mr. Pannirselvam, and the questions naturally are going to be asked as to why he should be replaced. Point number 1.
Yes.
Second point, I think the big concern is, from the Sasikala camp is that if they allow Mr. Pannirselvam to continue for a few more months, then he may make himself even more popular, making him even more difficult to replace. So I think that's one of the reasons for them to move in quickly, because already there is not a great deal of enthusiasm for this shift.
Yes,
and
but my question, Mr. Raman, my question is very simple. My question is very simple. I agree with what you're saying. My question is very simple. Mr. Rajasekharan, the point is this. Now, you also have legal tussle and cases overshadowing Sasikala, and it will be a political embarrassment that your party cannot afford at the moment if the court verdict, which was stayed, Supreme Court verdict, which was stayed in disproportionate assets case, now is announced and she's forced to step down as the chief minister. Is that a risk that your party is willing to take?
See, as on date, there is no conviction against Madam Sasikala Natarajan, and she had been acquitted by the Karnataka High Court, and the matter is pending before the Honorable Supreme Court.
Yes.
So I don't want to speculate on the order of the Honorable Supreme Court, which is expected any time. See, the fact of the matter is, going by the merit, she has got all the right and ability to be elected and selected as the Chief Minister and the General Secretary of the party.
Okay.
She has been selected. I am not saying she has been elected.
Okay.
She has been
Mr.
selected
Saravanan wants to
unanimously
come
by
in.
the leaders
Mr.
of the
Saravanan,
party.
do you agree?
And,
Merits
the due
there
process
for
of election
Sasikala to
will
be the
happen.
Chief Minister, someone who's not even
Yeah.
fought a single poll today?
See, that's what. There are two issues here. One is a legal issue, the other is the moral and ethical issue.
Okay.
If you talk of legally, of course, legally there is no impediment for Mrs. Sasikala to become the Chief Minister if their party MLAs elect her to be their majority leader. But when you talk about morally and ethically, morally this will be usurpation of the power by Sasikala, because Mr. Pannisalvam is already there.
Absolutely.
This will be like
and Mr.
unethical,
Rajasekharan,
totally improper, because Mr. Pannisalvam is doing a fair job.
Absolutely. And as Sumant C. Raman just said, that why replace Opanir Selvam? Deepa Jayalalitha's niece said
No,
it is a
what is
planned
the-
and a scripted
no,
event,
Devina, I
in
just
fact,
have
to
two
wrest
questions.
power from the Sasikala camp. Yes, Suman, I want to give you one chance.
See,
Yes, please go ahead.
I
No,
really
what
don't
is the
understand.
No, yeah,
why
1 minute.
everybody
Mr.
is,
Rajasekharan, one second.
My
such a
question
hue
is
and
two
cry
things.
for no
I mean, if
rhyme
you
or
are replacing a
reason.
Chief
See,
Minister.
it is up to the ADMK party to select their leader.
No, one minute,
Who are we
Mr.
to
Rajasekharan,
discuss
1
about
minute.
what
1
ADMK
minute.
party has to do?
Mr. Rajasekharan.
It is the MLAs, elected MLAs have to take a call. It is
Mr.
up to the
Rajasekharan,
MLAs of
here
ADMK
is-
party to
No, one-
select
one
their
minute.
leader.
Rajasekharan, I
Who
want
are
Suman
we?
C. Raman to
Where do we
respond to
stand?
this.
What
Mr.
business we
Rajasekharan.
have? We have no business to interfere in ADMK party affairs.
No, it is not about anybody's business not ready to interfere. These are questions being raised by the politicians
I
in
think there
your
is a
state
slight
as well.
difference,
Let
Mr.
me get
Rajasekharan.
Suman C. Raman. Yes, Suman C. Raman,
Mr.
go ahead.
Rajasekharan, I
When
think
if you
he's
are,
not
if they're going to
understood-
elect the Chief
he's not
Minister,
understood
then it
that-
becomes the business of
when
every
somebody
voter
is
who
being
voted in the
elected as
general
the leader
elections.
of the party, those who are not in the party have got no business to talk. No, 1 minute. 1 minute. When somebody is elected leader of a party, those who are not in the party have got no business to talk because it's an internal party affair. When somebody is being elected as the Chief Minister of the state, I think every citizen of the state has a right to voice his or her opinion. He may be in favor, he may be against it. So,
Yes.
Mr. Rajasekharan saying
Yes.
it's none of anybody's business. Whoever that may be the legal position.
No,
But
I'm
public
telling
have a
about
right to give their
the. I'm
opinion.
speaking
I mean, this
about
is not-
the MLAs. The
Nobody
elected
actually
MLAs
gave
are selecting
opinion
the
saying
leader.
he should not be elected leader of the AIDMK party.
Absolutely, we're talking about a state,
No,
and
no,
these
one-
are
one
the
minute.
The
Mr.
MLS,
Rajasekharan, one
if the
second.
MLS
But
want
people
to
have a right to give
select
their
her,
opinion.
nobody can stop it. If the MLS, the elected MLS want to select her,
Okay,
nobody
Mr.
can stop it.
Rajasekharan,
That is
but
what
at the
my
point-
I'm not talking of anybody stopping
Mr.
it,
Rajasekharan, but at this point,
Mr.
for your
Rajasekharan,
state-
you're not getting the point. You're
Mr.
not getting the
Rajasekharan,
point.
Mr. Rajasekharan, here is a
Nobody is
simple,
talking
here's a
of
simple
stopping it.
logic.
All
By
we are
the
saying
logic
is
that you're
public
giving,
have a
by the
right to
logic that
talk
you're
about
giving,
it.
let me just put it in perspective. In your state only, after Jayalalitha's demise, we've seen a Jallikat movement handled very well by O. Selvam, which in fact brought in a bill in the assembly which wasn't even a possibility during Jayalalitha's tenure. So you had a civil movement which was questionable, which questioned the AIADMK's new tenure. You had O. Selvam as the Chief Minister, who did manage to get a bill for Jallikat, which was not possible in Jayalalitha's tenure as well. So why replace O. Selvam? Why get Sasikala? Because here is the question which is coming in. Is it all scripted? Is it a well-planned event as alleged by Jayalalitha's niece Deepa?
See, please understand, Mr. Pannisalvam is a member of ADMK party. He was not airdropped by anybody. He was
selected by
the General
Jayalalitha, the
Secretary.
former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister.
Let me finish. Now, after the demise of Madam Jayalalitha, it is Madam Sasikala who had selected him to become the Chief Minister. Now, if the MLAs want to select Madam Sasikala, nobody can
But
stop.
is AIADMK ready to face the fire?
No, let me
Is
finish. It is
AIADMK
too
ready
early
to
and
face the
hypothetical
fire?
to speculate.
Where questions will be asked on a political background, while questions will be asked on the legal cases or shadow over her, while questions will be asked about Jayalalitha's own trust, which is more in her bureaucrats than on Sasikala. Is AIADMK
she
ready to
was
face the
living
fire
with
if she
Madam
becomes the Chief
Jayalalitha for
Minister?
more than 35 years. She was living with Madam Jayalalitha for more than 35
As a
years.
personal,
in the
not
se-
as a
under
political
one
advisor.
roof.
Suman C.
What
Raman,
more you
last
want?
point
lot
to
of
you.
people who are
No.
living with a lot of leaders. We have a lot of people who have lived with lot of leaders for
Yeah.
more than 35 years, around 50
No, I-
years.
I think-
Absolutely.
Should we give
Sumanthi
them
Raman,
power default?
one
The timing
last
is-
point
should
to
we
you
give them
before
power
I come to
default?
Mr.
No, she was
Saravanan.
not
I'm
only
running out of time.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Number one point.
Yes,
I think the timing is particularly inappropriate at this point of time. There is a huge positive sentiment in favor
Okay.
of O Pannirselvam continuing in the job.
Okay.
Now, nobody, I mean, most people you talk to, and you can go and do an
Okay.
opinion poll on this, would feel that he has not done too many things wrong in the last 2 months. So I think that the timing is pretty inappropriate. And I'm not sure that this is
Saravanan,
going to help the
Mr.
AIDMK,
Saravanan, you agree with that?
in
Timing
the
very questionable
intermediate
at this
term.
point of
Especially there is a
at this
local body
point for
election coming up in
AIADMK
3-4
very
months.
crucial to maintain the status quo
Yeah.
as far as top leadership is concerned.
Yes. Yes, see, our leader Mr. M.K. Stalin has come out with a statement today. Tamil Nadu is facing acute crisis in a lot of areas. We
Okay.
have disputes with the neighbors, we have water issues, all that. On top of that,
Okay.
Mr. Pannirselvam is doing a fairly decent job. So our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin has asked, please do your job without any fear of attack of your position. That will be the biggest
So unnecessary,
job,
unnecessary
biggest
right now
blessing you
for,
can give to the
for
people of
getting
Tamil
in,
Nadu. That's
for
what he
getting
said.
in a top management change or for
just
top
one last
leadership
point,
change
Devina.
at
I think
the
one
government
of the-
level.
one
Mr.
of the sad
Rajasekharan,
things about the
Mr.
whole
Rajasekharan,
thing
this
is
is
the
a
way
this is
Mr.
a risk if
Pannirselvam
AIADMK is
is
willing to
not
take the
taking a
debate goes
stand. I
on.
think
I'm sorry,
the
Sumanda,
sad
I'm
part
really
of
out of
this-
time at this moment. I'm really out of time. I have to bring it to a close. It's been a good discussion, but the announcement we're expecting is tomorrow. Still 24 hours to go, still more time to mull over it. Rajasekharan, thanks for joining us. Thanks Saravanan for joining us, and thanks Mr. Raman for joining us. We have to bring it to a close, but political risk for AIADMK under Sasikala to be the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu remains. We'll have to wait.